Hello guys, welcome to the Barbarian Assault minigame guide covering the only way of getting the only played body in 07 with strength bonus by whatever RS. We hope you'll understand everything clearly, but in case not, feel free to ask in the comments below and we will clarify it.
Okay, let's see what needs to be done in order to start playing. You arrive to Barbarian Assault by using GameSnack, and then you will have to proceed and complete a very boring in-game tutorial. Once you are done, you will go down the ladder and to the very first room. Upon arriving to the first room, you have an option of joining a team or creating your own one. The teams are of 5 players and you have a choice of playing one of 4 roles: a healer, an attacker, a collector or a defender.
Once you have a full team consisting of 5 players you are comfortable playing this minigame with, a leader can enter by climbing down this very ladder. It is important that you are confident playing with your teammates because this minigame is very team based.
After a successful completion of a wave, you are always put in the next wave lobby and you have to wait 60 seconds for the next round. You can speed this process up by letting one guy leave the room and then re-inviting him. If someone ditches you and leaves and you don't want to wait for someone to connect or whatever, you can always reset your waves to 1, talking to the guy upstairs who is also selling all the rewards.
Alright, let's talk about what the waves are all about then. There are 10 waves, in all of which you defend yourselves against the penance creatures, runners, healers, fighters and rangers. And in the last one also a queen and her spawns. All of those must die. Be careful though, because if anyone from your team dies, you automatically lose the round. But don't worry, this minigame is safe, so you wouldn't lose anything if it was you dying. Upon completing a wave, you are always rewarded with amount of points according to your performance, except for the last one, where you always get 80 to the role you are playing and 5 to the rest. You need 375 points in each one and a dead queen for torso. But there are also other things you can buy, which are not too worth it though. You also have a choice of leveling a role, first for 200 points and raising by 100 with each level. I wouldn't recommend this though, unless you enjoy this minigame a lot, because it's not necessary. New levels provide bonuses to each one, such as bonus damage or bigger heals.
Alright, now that's covered, let's move to the main part of this guide. Every class gets the horn to call for their teammates, collector makes calls for the attacker and the other way around. The defender makes calls for the healer and the other way around. Calls change approximately every minute or so. Pay attention to this, because if the call changes and you do the wrong thing, you will get penalties, ending in you getting less points after the completion of the wave. And call as quickly as possible so you don't make this difficult for your teammates.
Also, there are 4 stations for each class. Healers get poisoned food and the vial with which they heal the others. Defenders get food only to lure the runners. Attackers, runes and arrows. And collector one is used to change the colors of the eggs you'll be collecting, but you have to be level 2 or higher. Let's talk about roles more in depth now, starting off with the collector. As a collector, your only goal is to collect the eggs and to fill up the cannons. If you have a team that doesn't need the help of the cannon, you can always just go to the glory horn and call for everyone, so you make it easier for your team. In the last wave, you don't have to do anything if you have a team capable of playing this minigame, but you can also go and use the glory horn. Once the queen arrives, it's your job to collect the yellow eggs. You will need 8 to kill the queen. Once you've collected 8, you pass them on to the healer. Then you wait until everyone else do their jobs with them, and you finally receive omega eggs. Once you have all the omega eggs, you load up the cannon and you can start shooting the queen. As a healer, in the first 9 waves, your only goal is to keep your teammates alive and to kill the penance healers. So you start by pressing the lever on your station, and then filling your vial in this very pool. Then you try to poison every single healer 3 or 4 times and you heal your teammates until the wave's done. In the last wave, you repeat what you've been doing this whole time until the queen comes. Once you get the omega egg from the collector, You proceed to poison them. Once that's done, you pass them on to the defender. As an attacker, you kill rangers and fighters. You take runes and arrows from the station only if you are not going with melee. In the last wave, you are not doing anything else until the queen comes. Then you collect 8 spikes and wait for the healer to pass you the axe. Once you have them, you have to use the spikes on them, and right after, pass them on to the defender. As a defender, you start again by pulling the lever on your own station. Or, if your team consists of low combats, you have an option of rushing to the very end of the area to get the hammer and logs, and then blocking the cave entrance of the rangers. Your goal is to lure the runners by dropping the food. You lure them onto these traps, which have 2 charges. Once they're broken, you have to repair them with the hammer and logs. In the last wave, you are not doing anything special again, until the queen comes. Then you wait until the attacker passes you the axe. Once that's done, you dunk them into the lava pool, and they're ready to go. So the only thing left to do is to pass them on to the collector.
Alright guys, we have covered everything that we should have, so yeah. We hope this guide was useful for you, and if so, don't forget to rate and subscribe, and we will see you with our next video. Bye.
Bye bye.